You know that feeling, right? When you're so frustrated with a company or a service, you just want to write a formal complaint, but you have no idea where to even begin? Well, today we're going to do a step-by-step walkthrough of a really powerful tool that's designed to turn that frustration into a clear, professional, and honestly, super effective document. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to break this all down into 5 simple stages. We'll start at the beginning, then we'll build out our case, and after that, we'll calculate any financial loss. Then comes the fun part. We get to see the AI draft a response. And finally, and this is super important, we'll cover all the fine print. First up, this starting point. This is all about going from that blank page moment to having a real active case that's ready to go. You're about to see just how easy it is. So everything kicks off right here, at the main dashboard. Think of it as your home base. It's clean, it's simple, and it's where you'll start any new complaint or manage any of the cases you've already got going. Now, to get the ball rolling, the system walks you through 4 key steps to just lay the groundwork. First, you define who's involved. Simple enough. Then, you configure some basic details about the case, build out a nice, clear timeline of events, and finally, you'll write a summary of what went down. Okay, pay attention because this step is really important. Under case configuration, you've got to select the jurisdiction. So is this a UK, EU, or USA issue? This one little choice is huge because it tells the AI exactly which legal frameworks and which consumer rights it needs to reference. It completely tailors the final document to your specific region. All right, with the basics all set up, we can move on to the core of your complaint. This is where you actually weave the narrative together, organizing the facts and telling your side of the story. At the end of the day, it all comes down to this one question, right? What actually happened? To build a really strong case, you have to present a clear, chronological account of every single thing that took place. And this slide just shows that process perfectly. Over on the left, you can see the interface where you just pop in each event one by one. This takes what might be a jumbled mess of events in your head and turns it into this clean, easy-to-follow correspondence chain you see on the right. That becomes the backbone of your entire complaint. And trust me, a clear sequence of events is very, very hard to argue with. Then you get to the case summary. This is your space. This is where you lay out all the gory details of what happened. And, just as important, you state exactly what you want as a resolution. You want a full refund? You put it here. The more detail you give it, the better the AI can craft a really solid letter for you. Okay, let's talk about the money. In this section, we're going to move from the story to the numbers and quantify exactly what this whole dispute has cost you. This is what's called a schedule of loss. Now, it sounds super formal, right? But really, it's just a way to present a clear breakdown of your expenses. You just add each cost one by one. The reason this is so powerful is it shows you've done your homework. It just adds this layer of professionalism and seriousness that you just don't get from quoting a single lump sum. So for our example case, let's say it's a faulty exhaust fitting. We've put in that one single cost. The system automatically totals it all up, and there you have it, a clear final claim value of £500. And here is the payoff. That data you just entered, it's automatically formatted into this perfect, formal schedule of loss table right inside the draft letter. You don't have to mess around with formatting or tables. It is all done for you. All right, this is the moment we've been building towards. We've laid out the facts, we've itemized the costs, and now it's time to let the AI do its thing. So now the system shows ready to draft. All that structured information we've put in, the people involved, the timeline, the money, is about to be synthesized into this coherent professional argument. All it takes is one click of that Generate Professional Draft button, and the AI gets to work. Okay, what's really, really interesting here is the feedback the AI gives you on its own work. It doesn't just write the letter. It tells you the tone it used. And in this case, get this, passive-aggressive professionalism, disappointed, humanistic. I mean, what a fantastically specific style. And check this out. It goes beyond just describing the tone. The system actually gives the document a strength score, a 9.5 out of 10 in this case. This gives you instant feedback on just how compelling your argument is, based on everything you've provided. So, we have our draft, but we are not quite done. This last section is, you could argue, the most important one of all. It covers your responsibilities and what you need to do next. The document is first locked in what's called review mode, and the tool does this for a really good reason. You literally cannot download or send it until you have read every word and clicked approve and save. It's a mandatory check to make sure that you, the user, are completely happy with what the AI generated. So, here's the crucial point. This is an automated drafting tool. Its whole purpose is to help you organize your information and generate a document. What it is not is a law firm. It does not and cannot provide legal advice. And just to make that crystal clear, before you can give that final approval, you have to accept this legal disclaimer. It spells it out in black and white, things like no legal advice, and it highlights your responsibility under mandatory verification to check all the facts and talk to a professional if you need to. You are taking full responsibility for how this document is used. Now, once you do approve it, the platform's guidance keeps going. It gives you this handy little list of recommended next steps, like wait for a response and even an evidence requirements checklist, prompting you to go gather things like receipts and photos. And the story doesn't stop there. If you get a reply, like this phone call here saying they won't pay, you can just add it as a new update. This keeps your correspondence chain totally complete, so you have a perfect chronological record of the entire dispute all in one spot. It really makes you think, doesn't it? By putting this kind of structured professional drafting power into everybody's hands, could accessible tools like this fundamentally change how we approach and resolve the thousands of little, everyday disputes that we all face? Definitely something to think about.